Hello. The title of this webinar is Crafting Your Personal Statement. During this webinar, I will provide you with some tips on creating an essay about yourself. One challenge you may face is getting started. You may be weary of telling too much or not enough about yourself. Thankfully, I have some suggestions that can help you. Remember, the goal of the personal statement is to get a face-to-face or virtual interview, which will allow you to share more details about yourself. So let's begin. My name is Dominique Massey, and I am the marketing coordinator and lead counselor for the Texas Tech University Career Center. As a 2020 Top Texan for TTU, I have a genuine Red Raider enthusiasm for helping students to succeed. Being the health sciences career representative, I have viewed many personal statements for various disciplines such as nursing, medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, and law. I am pleased to have many of those same students follow up with me to share their good news of acceptance into their program, and I would like to do the same for you. I titled this presentation Crafting Your Personal Statement because of the definition of craft, which is to make or produce with care, skill, or ingenuity. So therefore, you should be aware that creating your personal statement takes time. Just because the application opens on May 1st doesn't necessarily mean your statement has to be submitted on May 2nd. You should submit your documents early, but only when they are ready. So you may ask, how do I know if my personal statement is ready? I say, trust your gut, and if possible, get a second opinion. This is where I strongly suggest you contact the University Career Center so we can help you tell your story so that you can make a great first impression. We will talk more about this later. It all begins with the prompt, or lack thereof. Sometimes you may receive questions that direct you on what to include in your personal statement, and sometimes you may not. If there is no prompt, start by focusing on these three things. Get ready, here's the first tip. Focus on your past, present, and future. Seems simple, right? From your past, try to recall that moment when you were first inspired to go into your field of study. Then, talk about the next step. What did you do next to reach your goal? What things are you doing presently to reach your career goals? Then, tell the reader your future plans and how attending their school can help you achieve your goals. Now, let's take a look at an example of a primary prompt. Explain your motivation to seek a career in medicine. Be sure to include the value of your experiences that prepare you to become a physician. Tell me, what keywords do you see? The keywords I see are motivation, value, and prepare. Tip number 2, I suggest taking these keywords and begin to draft your personal campaign. My marketing background wants to teach you how to advertise your talents. Begin by separating those keywords or phrases into categories, and then begin to brainstorm your ideas. My third tip is to write uninterrupted and don't let editing slow you down when brainstorming. Editing is where we can help. We can proofread your essay for ease of reading and any noticeable grammar mistakes. The most important thing is getting your ideas out of your mind and written down. There may come a time when you're tired of looking at your essay and you just want to be assured you're on the right track. Well, my friend, we are only a phone call away. Please reach out to us. Next, I want to briefly chat about the types of essays. There are typically 4 types used in personal statement: narrative, descriptive, persuasive, and expository. Narratives are written in the first person. The writer uses storytelling to captivate the reader. Descriptive essays include visuals so the reader can envision the story. Persuasive essays aim to convince the reader of the writer's point of view. Expository essays include many facts and figures to support an argument. Once you submitted your primary application, you may be asked to complete a secondary application to determine if you are a good fit for their program. Here are some examples of secondary prompts. Have you experienced any road bumps in your academic career? What do you like or dislike most about the area you are from? Please describe what you would see as the ideal practice for you. Have you participated in any special programs to help prepare yourself for your future career? For now, let's address the first example. Some people may encounter stumbles, adversity, or challenges that come in the way of achieving their goals. Here's my tip number 4. I like to tell you, students, to focus on what I call the bounce back. Let your stumble be only 10% of your story, but let how you overcame lead with 90% of your story. I want you to avoid these items in your essay. Cliches. I want to help people. I want to give back. I am a hard worker. These cliches may in fact be true to you, but the admissions committee has read these phrases so many times, and your goal is to stand out. So it's best to stay away from these phrases. Perhaps focus more on how you are a hard worker, how you plan to give back, and how you want to help people. Negative tones. Please don't talk negatively about another doctor or someone who is currently working in the profession you want to join. Not speaking highly of someone doesn't speak too highly of you to the reader. Too much of self-pity or arrogance can steer the reader into an uncomfortable position. Stick to the prompt and don't steer too far from it. The character limit will also remind you of this. Bad grammar. Your personal statement must be presented in perfect condition. Having a proofreader helps you to identify bad grammar, misspelled words, and convoluted statements. Filler words. Don't ramble. Be concise, because every word counts. This is your moment to impress the reader so that they are intrigued to learn more about you and invite you to an interview. I have a question for you. Is it okay to adapt someone else's personal statement? No, it is not okay. This is plagiarism and frowned upon in every field. If you're struggling, again, I suggest reaching out to us because we are here to help you. Lastly, my final tip for today is to find your own voice. Locate a quiet place to write where you don't feel rushed. If you become overwhelmed, write a little over time, but be sure to give yourself a completion deadline. Setting your own personal deadline allows you to be held accountable to you. Make sure the date is specific, realistic, and written down. You now have the tools to craft your personal statement. Best of luck to you. Oh, by the way, we offer some additional services to assist you along your career trek, such as resume, CV critiques, mock interviews, and our career closet. Please contact us to learn more. It has been my pleasure speaking with you today. Again, my name is Dominique Massey, and you can learn more about the University Career Center online at www.careercenter.ttu.edu or call us at 806-742-2210. And be sure to follow us online at TTU Careers on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Be well and stay safe, my friend. Bye.